So you've taken off on a wave and it's started to wall up in front of you and you need to decide what you're going to do next. Well, we think you've got two main options. This will make it really easy for your decision making and for your training. So in this video we are going to investigate one of those options and make sure you wait till the end of the video where we're going to really delve into how you can train it. So the first option is just to go straight into a bottom turn. Drop down the face of the wave, come back up to the top and go straight into a manoeuvre. This is the best way to maximise the wave's potential. This is because the first section of the wave is often the best. Check out Aaron Brooks here. However, sometimes you might find that you can't do a bottom turn. This might be because the wave is small, so by the time you've popped up, you're already at the bottom of the wave and you don't have enough room to drop down into a bottom turn. Or it could be because you've spotted a section down the line that you want to get to, and doing a bottom turn will slow you down. Situations like this, we recommend doing an Oomph turn. We've also heard it called an impulse, but we really like the term Oomph turn. Doing an Oomph turn will bring you straight back up to the top of the wave immediately after takeoff. This will allow you to either pump down the line or do a bottom turn with that section in front of you. Here's a great example of an Oomph turn from Alice Barton. As she takes off, you can see she's already really close to the bottom of the wave because the wave is so small, so she does an Oomph turn. So let's break this down a little bit. As you take off, you're going to stay nice and low with most of your weight on your front foot. You're going to have your chest over your front knee and your hands down by your front foot, and you're going to be looking down the line. Sudden, you want to lean on your toes, driving your weight through your back foot. Extend up in a jumping motion, bringing your hands up and forward so you throw your board up to the top of the wave. This movement is exactly the same as the extension in a speed pump, and you can see that it brings her back up to the top of the wave, allowing her to do a minor bottom turn and a roundhouse cutback. You can do the exact same movement on your backhand, except you just use the opposite rail. Here's a really good example of this from our El Salvador surf camp. Just taken off, and you can see she's ended up too far down on the wave to do a bottom turn. So she does an Oomph turn, immediately driving and extending back up to the top of the wave, and you can see how much that's driven her board back up the wave. We would love it if you guys could take a minute just to like and subscribe to our video. We love bringing you guys content that is hopefully helping your surfing, and we want to continue to do it, so we would really appreciate it. So you now know the two things you should do immediately after taking off on a wave. So now let's look at some of the common mistakes that people make. The first one is taking off and just surfing along in the middle of the wave. There's not really much point in being here. You're too far down to do a bottom turn and you're not high enough to use gravity to generate speed, so there's not much point in being here. The second one is dropping all the way down to the bottom of the wave, but then not going into a bottom turn, so you just bog and lose all your speed. The third one is doing an Oomph turn when you could have done a bottom turn. You can see here there's a beautiful section in front of her where she could do a bottom turn, but instead she misses it and does an Oomph turn. On top of this, don't think that just because the wave is small you have to do an Oomph turn. Sometimes if you take off in the right position, you might be able to go straight into a bottom turn, which might still be your best option. So now we're going to give you a couple of things you can do to practice your Oomph turn. We think that direct, purposeful practice is the best way of learning. So the first thing we suggest is taking off on a wave and just doing an Oomph turn and thinking about nothing else. All you need to do is paddle into your wave, take off, do your Oomph turn using the techniques we mentioned, and try and get yourself as high up on that wave as you can. If you fling yourself off the back, then that's perfect because it means you're generating loads of height. So the next thing we suggest is to practice this on your surf skate. So compress as you start your turn, as you come round, extend, throw your arms forward in that jumping motion as if you're doing an Oomph turn. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful, and when you go surfing, hopefully you can start to figure out when you could be doing bottom turns and when you could be doing Oomph turns. Let us know how you got on with this in the comment section below. See you in the next video.